To all the women who occupy political positions, express their grievances about the government, fight for their right when trodden upon, and cast their vote for the desired candidate during elections. A woman fought tirelessly to make all these things possible. Today I bring to you the story of an English female political activist called EMMALINE Pankhurst. In this YouTube channel I share more detailed and fascinating videos of great events, legends and heroes of the United States of America and the United Kingdom, also known as Britain, whose exploits has made impact not in the country alone but the world at large. Hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel to get updates when we upload new videos. On the 15th of July 1858, EMMALINE Pankhurst was born into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Goulden in Moss Side, Manchester. Her family was always interested in politics. Pankhurst was introduced at the age of 14 to the women's suffrage movement. She founded and became involved with the Women's Franchise League, which advocated suffrage for both married and unmarried women. When that organization broke apart, she tried to join the left-leaning Independent Labour Party through her friendship with socialist Keir Hardie, but was initially refused membership by the local branch on account of her sex. While free working as a poor law guardian, she was shocked at the harsh conditions she encountered in Manchester's workhouses. On the 18th of December 1879, EMMALINE Pankhurst got married to Richard Marsden Pankhurst, who was an English barrister and socialist, who was a strong supporter of women's rights. They had 5 children together. After the death of her husband, Richard Pankhurst, on the 5th of July 1898, EMMALINE Pankhurst was more determined to fight for the rights of women. In 1903, she invited women to her house, at 62 Nelson Street in Manchester, to set up a group to campaign for votes for women. The group was called the Women's Social and Political Union, WSPU, which became known as the Suffragettes. Women had already been campaigning peacefully for the vote in Britain, but EMMALINE believed more action was needed to change the government's mind. The group's motto was deeds, not words. Deeds means actions. The suffragettes, led by EMMALINE and her daughters Christabel, Sylvia and Adela, began a campaign of actions that eventually included smashing windows and blowing up empty buildings to make people pay attention. Many suffragettes, including EMMALINE, were sent to jail. On November 1906, a woman called Emily Davison joined the WSPU. She was a militant fighter for her cause. She was arrested on 9 occasions, went on hunger strike 7 times and was force-fed on 49 occasions. She died after being hit by King George V's horse Anma at the 1913 Derby when she walked onto the track during the race. When the First World War began in 1914, EMMALINE paused the suffragette action. After the war, the government gave some women over age 30 the right to vote. The law was changed in a historic act called the Representation of the People Act 1918. Suffragettes won a partial victory in 1918 when the United Kingdom granted propertied women over 30 the right to vote. Pankhurst continued to work for women's empowerment, though her politics grew less radical. She committed herself to anti-communism, defended British imperialism, and became a member of the Conservative Party late in life. Despite ill health, Pankhurst lived to see suffrage extended to women on the same terms as men in England, Wales, and Scotland in 1928. On the 14th of June 1928, EMMALINE Pankhurst gave up the ghost at the age of 69, just before all women over age 21 gained the right to vote. Her fight for women's rights helped to change history, and has inspired people throughout the world to stand up against inequality.